Investigators are looking into the close call at ABIA.
Southwest aboard. FedEx is on the go.
What the next step in their investigation is.
We were lucky to dodge the storm threat today. Now I'm tracking a Pacific cold front, which is not going to bring the temps you would expect.
Austin's Public Works Department is recommending that the Barton Springs Bridge be replaced.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The safety concerns in question and why some people don't want the bridge to be replaced.
Now your Storm Tracker weather.
Taking a live look outside, the clouds broke, the sun came out for a moment here and there. But the best thing is the severe weather never really materialized. Chief Meteorologist Chicago Windler joining us live now in the studio with a look at that.
And it's always a good sign when you can breathe that sigh of relief that we didn't have to deal with severe weather.
Federal investigators looking into the close call at Austin's airport earlier this year when two planes nearly collided released hundreds of pages of their findings today. It paints a more detailed picture of what happened that day, narrowly avoiding a tragedy. CBS Austin's Michael Atkinson is live at the airport tonight, joins us with more from that report. There's no firm conclusions just yet, but the investigation looks into a number of angles here, Michael. New tonight, Austin police arrest a man who barricaded himself inside a home in East Austin, leading to an hours-long SWAT call. This happened on Santa Rita Street near Pedernales Street. APD says just before 6 this morning, a 911 call came in about a physical disturbance between a man and a woman. Officers made contact and decided there was no threat. During that time, the man barricaded himself inside the home, and officers determined he was possibly armed. Then around 12:15, a shot was fired from the home toward the area with police. Hostage negotiators eventually made contact with the man and got him to leave the home, where he was then arrested. He's facing multiple charges, including felony in possession of a firearm and family violence. Police say other charges are pending tonight. The future doesn't look good for an almost 100-year-old Austin bridge. City officials are now recommending Barton Springs Bridge be replaced. But today, environmental groups came to its defense. CBS Austin's Betty Cross joins us live from the bridge that is at the main entrance to Zilker Park. Betty, such an iconic bridge. I love that bridge. It's so old Austin. But the City Council could have taken action today on this, but didn't. Hamas frees more hostages just as the ceasefire in the region was set to expire. 2 hostages were released to the Red Cross earlier today, and 6 more were released just 2 hours ago. Egyptian and Qatari negotiators are pushing to extend the pause in fighting, although extending the truce into an 8th day could be very challenging. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Israel needs to make more efforts to protect civilians since new violence has brought on heightened tensions. Israeli police say 3 people were killed in a shooting in Jerusalem, and Hamas claimed responsibility. 2 Israeli men that were missing after the first Hamas attacks on October 7th have been confirmed dead now. And since those first attacks, an estimated 46,000 homes have been destroyed in Gaza and almost 250,000 have been damaged.
This is bullying.
Congressman George Santos is refusing to resign from the House. New details on his legislative move ahead of a potential expulsion vote. A vote on whether to expel Republican Representative George Santos is expected today or tomorrow. The House is taking the vote after Santos refused to resign and lashed out at other Republicans who are, quote, trying to oust him. This will be the 3rd attempt to expel Santos, who faces 23 corruption charges, including breaking campaign finance laws by spending campaign funding on things like Botox, shopping, and personal travel, along with different types of fraud charges. The New York representative was on Capitol Hill this morning, speaking ahead of the expected expulsion vote in the House.
This will haunt them in the future, where mere allegations are sufficient to have members removed from office when duly elected by their people in their respective states and districts.
If the House votes to expel Santos, he'll be the 6th member of Congress in U.S. history to be removed from office. Expulsion is the most severe form of punishment for a lawmaker in the House. The House subcommittee is investigating the weaponization of the federal government, why 2 people from the Biden administration have been subpoenaed. Time now for your time saver traffic. Let's take a look at the roads out there. This is a live shot of I-35 through downtown APD headquarters to your left. You can see it's slow and go, but at least it's moving. That's a good sign. You're not bumper to bumper through downtown, even though the traffic map says it's red. You have some trouble spots on Mopac going southbound. Northbound is slow, and it looks like you're having trouble over there by the 360 bridge, and the Oak Hill Y is red. That's your time-saver traffic. Nearly 1 year after the first Twitter Files report was released, the House subcommittee investigating the weaponization of government held another hearing today. It's looking into what Republicans say is the federal government's involvement in social media censorship. Chief political correspondent Scott Thuman was there. A New York appeals court has reinstated a gag order for former President Donald Trump's ongoing $250 million civil fraud trial. The gag order bans Trump and attorneys from making public comments about courtroom staff. Judge Arthur Engoron originally issued the order in October after Trump made multiple comments about a clerk who Trump says is biased against him. The appeals court paused the gag order on November 16th, but reinstated it this morning. Judge Engoron warns that the plan is happening and he's going to enforce it vigorously. In a galaxy far, far away, we're not talking Star Wars, astronomers have discovered a rare solar system in the Milky Way galaxy. It has 6 planets and is 100 light years away from Earth. Each light year equals about 6 trillion miles. These planets are in a condition known as orbital resonance, all orbiting in sync around a bright star. Scientists think this newly discovered system has been unchanged since it was born about 4 billion years ago. Well, if you want to see some lights, you don't have to go into space to do it. It's that time of year again. The Austin Police Department is looking for toy donations for its annual Operation Blue Santa Drive, and you can light up some children's lives. You can donate a new unwrapped toy at any local Cobble Bob's restaurant or at your nearest fire station. They're looking for toys for infants to 14 years old. To find out more information or to make a financial donation to change lives this holiday season, head over to bluesanta.org.
And you can also head over to Fredericksburg tomorrow for the Light the Night Parade. Weather's looking great here in Austin, around 72. For Fredericksburg, probably about 69 degrees, and then falling through the 60s for the parade. We should see a stretch of 7 straight days of quiet weather, perfect for any holiday shopping, tree lightings, all that good stuff.
I got to put up the lights. Good thing the weather's going to be nice for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6.